All right. Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
How are you?
Like the moon. You're wearing black.
Well, it is a class about death, so, we better be practical about it. Okay, first, I'd like to say that I'm going to make every attempt to look at your faces instead of my beautiful face on the camera, right? I'm going to make every attempt to do that, right? Because I think that it's worth to say this.
Welcome.
Yeah. All right, so, first things first, it is a very, very challenging topic. It is very controversial in its nature. And if I am to really start talking about reincarnation and what makes sense and what doesn't make sense, I could be here until 5, 6 in the morning, and some of you will already be drinking Red Bull and Lucozade. Okay, so it's not really a good idea. So let's start with being practical. What's the intention for the class? Yeah, let's set an intention for this class, right? And my intention as a teacher is to get you to connect to death more deeply. And when I say connect and not understand or know, because know only comes through experience, and hopefully you don't have to experience that, right? And to understand means that it's only going to happen on an intellectual level, right? And what you have to understand is that the mind cannot comprehend death, right? This is not something that your mind can ever comprehend, right? So let's just be clear about that. So why do I use the word connect, right? Because when you connect to something, you establish a relationship with it, right? If I'm connected to someone, I establish a relationship with them, right? And if I establish a relationship with them, it means that my relationship is healthy, right? Because ultimately a relationship, one of balance, means that my view of this person is healthy. So the intention behind this class is to get you to connect to death, yeah? There are many facets of reincarnation and we will go into all of them, yeah? But not in this class. So last week we understood that we're all part of a bigger picture. We're all part of something that is infinite and that we're all one. That was the intention of last week's class, right? That you are in everything and everything is within you. But in this week's class, our intention is to connect to death. Yeah? We okay? Let's put this serious. Is it because it's death?
Yes.
No. Oh my God, okay.
Maybe I have a Jackson. I don't know.
All right. What's the purpose and the takeaway of this class? So, in last week's class, I love a student who absolutely said to me, "You're jumping from one topic to another, I don't understand anything you're saying." So this week, I made the extra effort and I put in purpose and takeaway. So these are the things that you should be able to take away by the end of this class, yeah? So to achieve more of what you came here to do, right? This is not a Kabbalah 1 class. So I'm not here to talk to you about your purpose. You have K1 for that, right? What you're here to understand is to how to achieve more of what you came here to do, yeah? To remove the fear of death by understanding and connecting to death and building a stable and healthy relationship and understanding, you remove the fear, okay? Our connection to the departed souls. What is our connection to those who are departed? How to purify our thoughts. This is very important because that's linked to death, by the way, and reincarnation, right? And to see life through the eyes of my soul. Now, I don't know whether this is something that is achievable in one class. This is a lifelong process, but let's start to delve into it. So I want to tell you a story, right? And the story starts like this. It has nothing to do with death and reincarnation. This is a really beautiful Disney story, okay? Just for the record. So there was a princess, and she was very beautiful from a very big kingdom. And in this kingdom, there was everything, right? Everything that the heart could desire, right? There was wisdom, there was knowledge, there was science, there was money, there was everything. But one day, she fell in love with a peasant, yeah? And she married him, and she left, right? She left the kingdom, right? She left the empire. Her father, the king, said, au revoir, à la merci, bye bye, adios amigos, على بيت جوزك. And probably this king was from an Arab heritage and he doesn't believe that girls should take anything away from them. So he sent her off with nothing. Yeah? So this peasant, every day, he would go and see this princess miserable and unhappy. Yeah?
Yes.
So we watch our princess?
Yes.
Okay, alright, good. So every day he would go and see إذا بدكم نعيد الحكي بالعربي بعيده ما عندي مشكلة. Okay. Alright. So every day this peasant would go to the princess and he would see that she is totally and utterly miserable. So one day he's like, you know, I really want to make her happy. So I'm going to plant more potatoes. Come in. Hello.
Sorry for being late.
It's okay. Hi, Nora. Yeah, I'm good. Yeah, it's okay. Have a seat. Any place. So you're okay with English? It will be a problem if you are. You're okay with English?
Oh,
Yeah. Okay. All right. So he says to her, you look really miserable. I am going to go and get some potatoes. So he goes and he farms and he gets her potatoes and he comes and he gives her the potatoes and she looks twice more miserable. So he's like, maybe she wants tomatoes. So he goes out, plants tomatoes, brings them, and now she's thrice more miserable. And so he starts to farm and bring and do and farm and bring and do, and you know, she's just looking more and more miserable every day. So one day he said to her, you know what? I've had it. I've had it with this marriage. I've had it with this situation. Every day I come here, I serve you the best I have ever had, right? And you just look more and more miserable. What is it? And she's like, no, you don't get the problem. My misery is not only of what you're giving me, right? I'm a princess. I used to live in a palace where people were philosophers and there was wisdom and there was everything flowed and people would have really deep and meaningful discussions and really deep and meaningful reasons to be alive and do good things. And every day you bring me those tomatoes and cucumbers and potatoes and you're going further and further away. Not only do you not understand the fact that I'm not interested in this, but also you don't even know who you married, right? So what's making me even more miserable is not what you're offering me, right? But it is the fact that you have no idea who I am. And this is actually the relationship between your soul and your body. Right? I want you to think carefully of this because this is the relationship between your soul and your body. Right? Every day, no matter what you dish to your body, no matter what you serve it on a plate, right? لو شو ما بتعطيها, yes, you will be full, but you will never, ever be happy. Because what you're looking at is a princess and your body is the peasant. Yeah? Do we get it? So we have to have a solution, right? So stay with that story because I'm going to give you a solution towards the end so I can keep you focused. Okay? But let's go a little bit into death. Now, before we go into death, particularly, I want to find out how old you are. And before you do that, okay, I'm going to read to you a list of things, okay? And it's good that you can't even see them, and I'm presuming you can't see them, right? That's really good. Yeah, I got what I wanted. Huh?
I think I did a test online a couple of years ago, if this is the one.
Was it done through the Kabbalah Center?
No.
Okay, so this is from the Kabbalah Center, so I have no idea. Okay, so let's go through this. I want you to rank these as important to you. Okay? I want you to rank these as important to you. How important are they to you? Okay? So, the first one is, okay, I can't even read it off the board, so I'm gonna yeah, نبلش. Survival, physically, morally, and environmental awareness.
So that's
Yeah.
all 1 point, right?
Yeah, if these are very important to you, okay, put them, يعني إذا بتحسوا إنه أنتوا عايشين كرمال هيدا الشيء, that it's very important for you, self-awareness, the environment, what's going on around you. If this is very important to you, then and your survival, you fight every day to earn your bread and butter. Yeah, every day you're fighting to earn your bread and butter. And هون مش عم بقول تاكلوا كافيار وسمو, I literally mean bread and butter. يعني you have difficulties earning your basic needs. Yeah? Okay? If you are that type of person, then place yourself in category 1. ما بدك تنقلي لقدام؟
شوف
ما هي ما فيك تشوفيها، هي هدفها هيك انك ما تشوفيها. That. The second one is
بس طلع تلاقيني بالعربي اول وحده شو من النقط بس
okay, survival يعني
البقاء
البقاء، الفيزيكال والمورال والenvironmental. Okay. So physically يعني الفيزيائي. This is gonna get even worse. I'm so not sending this to anyone. Okay, morally يعني المورال.
هدول شو بيكونوا
إذا هيدولي أهم شيء بحياتك، أوكي، then بتحطي واحد، خلص بتعرفي حالك إنه هيدا أنت هيدا الشخص.
as a group
As a group. أوكي؟ مايا، إذا أنت أهم شيء بالنسبة لك الفيزيكال يعني الفيزيائي يعني الشكل الجسد الاويرنس شو عم بيصير حواليك البيئة الاجتماعية حواليك إذا أهم شيء هو ذاتك وأنت من الصعوبات اللي بتناضلي منها هي الخبز والملح إنه ما بتقدري تطلعي خبزك وملحك يعني كثير بتشتغلي لحتى تطلعي خبز وملح أوكي؟
بالليفل 1
ما عم نقول كانه هيدا ليفل 1 ولا ليفل 2 عم نقول هيدا ليفل إذا أنت بتحسي حالك من هيدول الناس أو حاسة حالك من هيدول الناس أوكي then mark yourself as one. But one of the things that you have to know is let's make it a little bit more practical so that you don't get lost. Am I environmentally aware or am I not? Are you struggling to earn your bread and butter? If you are, label yourself as category 1. Okay? To make it more practical, forget all the other things. If you're having difficulty in earning your bread and butter, label yourself as category number 1. Okay? That.
Well, what if someone fluctuates? يعني إنه
Let's not complicate. You either really relate to this or you don't. Yeah? ما كتير تعجقوها براسكم. Okay? That. Number 2. Right? You are very strict about rules and roles, law and order, crime and punishment and social awareness. Okay? So, إذا أنتوا كتير من الناس المنظمين يلي بتحبوا الصح والغلط وحدا يقلكن هيك مزبوط وهيك مش مزبوط. Okay? Then label yourself as category number 2. إذا سعيكم بالحياة هو around self-importance, independence, personal achievement and free will, label yourself as a category number 3. Personal achievement, independence, free will. All right, guys, I'm going to ask you to do one thing, and it's not because I hate repeating, for those of you who know. But at some point, we have to know that this is not something you're going to grasp intellectually. So unless it's very important, write it down. If it's not, let it go. Don't take notes. Then you're not going to be able to understand this in this way. Yeah? It's not a workshop. Okay? It's something that you connect to. Okay? That. Mature. If you are all about relationships, if you struggle with relationships, yeah? Independence, you're not very self-aware, right? If these are your struggles, then label yourself as category number 4.
struggle على independent.
إيه independence in your ideas مش بالمال. Yeah? Okay. And the last one is autonomy, non-attachment, good counsel, and spiritual awareness. Autonomy يعني autonomy يعني لا لا autonomy is different from independence. مش autonomy يعني انت من شو مكونه. اوكي wise counsel يعني واحد بيسميك الحكيم. اوكي يعني عندك حكمه. اوكي and you have high spiritual awareness. مش knowledge, spiritual awareness. Those are very different things. Okay, then label yourself as category number 5. Okay, so I want to go and say this. If you are number 1, and you can absolutely انتبهوا, you can lie to yourself. يعني فيكم كذبوا على حالكم. انتبهوا, this is very easy. We all want to be whatever I'm going to say, which sounds really fancy and nice. Okay? بس الحقيقة هارجع ادرس لكم اياهم هلا لأنه كل إنسان بيعرف هو وين. So أول شخص category number 1 عندكم مشكلة بإنكم تطلعوا مصاري. اوكي اذا عندكم مشكله بانه تطلعوا مصاري مش انه يصير بيل جيتس لا عم بحكي عندكم مشكله بتطليع المصاري you are a category number 1 person and that is not bad انتبهوا this is not about bad or good okay if you are someone who likes the structure rules discipline judgment you are a category number 2 person okay if everything in the physical reality means it's reality for you, you're a category number 2 person. If you struggle with being independent, okay, and you struggle with things that you are not able to achieve, you have expectations to achieve something and you simply don't get there, you're a category number 3 person, okay? If your problem is relationships with other people, يعني بتحسي إنه كيف ما تزتيها مع الناس في شيء ما بيركب معهم, you're a category number 4 person. And if it's a category number 5, it's a existential problem, right? Do we know what an existential problem is? Who am I? Why am I here? What am I doing? Right? And then you have a heightened spiritual awareness, right? هل السؤال اللي حيسأل حاله
إذا كلهم يعني تحسي
لا في بس وحدة هي الحقيقة في الباقي كله انت بتسعي لهم او بدك اياهم بس بينك وبين حالك انت بتعرفي انه بس وحدة بتنطبق عليك اوكي طيب في بس شغلة لازم نعرفها اوكي انه while we all think that we are all 5 none of us are all 5 you are one of these yeah that's the category in which we are. Okay, so if you're category number 1, you're called an infant soul, right? You're a baby, right? It means this is probably one of the first 20 to 50 lives you have been here.
Wow. 20 to 50 lives?
Yeah? So you still get happy with clubbing, you still like to go to parties, you still like cars, you still like, and you, right? Everybody wants your life. Everybody wants your life. Because you're all about the makeup, the hair, they give me this, they give me that, I'm so happy, yay, yay, yay. And then I don't have money, oh my God, I have to work so hard, I have to make some more money. This is something, a role play of what your life looks like. Yeah? Okay. Let's take a look at baby souls. So one is an infant and one is a baby. A baby soul is someone who's like, no, هيدا الشخص معه حق, هيدا الشخص ما معه حق. I am Muslim, I am Christian. I believe that I am right. I believe you are wrong. Everything in life has a clear structure. There's cleaning discipline. You cannot swing outside of the doors. I want to be an accountant and my job will be from 9 to 5 and that is it. And I will get married and have 2 kids and I will live in a house in the mountains and this is it.
The end.
The end. Right? The end. Okay? So that's a very nice life. That's a baby soul. Right? That's very, very good. Usually, right, baby souls are here between, again, the incrementals are 30 lifetimes, yeah? So you're looking at something between 50 to 70 or 50 to 75. There's no specific number. It's not
57
lifetimes.
like 50 70 مرة.
يعني 50 70 مرة جايين لهون.
أول وحدة 20.
أول وحدة بين 20 وال 50. Okay? So this is something, okay, and I'm not going to ask you which one you fall into. Okay? I'm not going to ask you which one you fall into. Okay? بس لحظة خليني أقولكم. If you're really excited about sex, you fall into the baby soul. If sex for you is like, woohoo, something, let's explore, you also fall into the baby soul. I don't know why I just said that. Okay, whoever was thinking that, that's your answer. Right? Okay. Do we get it? Okay. Now, Ziad, you're going to help me with the maths when we are adding on? Okay, good. All right. So, the youth soul, right? A youth soul is someone who's been here 100 مرة, okay? تقريبا 100 مرة. And they struggle with self-advancement and self-importance. Look at me, who I am, what did I achieve, okay? انتبهوا اللي قبلهم الاثنين they achieve a lot more than the young souls. Okay? بس هن بالنسبة لهم this is exciting. It's a game, right? For someone who's a young soul, not so much. He's very driven with the me. What is me going to do? Where is me going to go? What is me going to do? Yeah? Who am I? Yeah? Okay. And the person who is mature توصل الخبصة نكبر بالعمر. Okay, قديه بصور لنا هون 130. اوكي بصورة جوجين 130 مرة غسلتوا. بلشتوا تواجهوا مشاكل بالعلاقات مع الناس اللي حدكم. اوكي؟ بتحسوا انه there is friction in your relationships.
هي اسمها mature soul.
This is a mature soul. Okay? Now, an old soul is an old soul. شو؟
200 لايف سايكل وطلوع يعني.
Yes. 200 مرة وطلوع، صح؟ الرقم 200 مرة وطلوع، يعني أكل الدهر عليك وشرب.
ما تعلم؟
وما تعلم هيدي أهم نقطة. 200 مرة صار جاي لهون وما تعلم الدرس.
انفنس على قليل عم يتسلى.
عن جد. So 200 مرة صار جاي لهون. What he is looking for and what he struggles particularly with is مش why am I here? Because he knows why he's here. Okay? He struggles to find that balance between their body and their princess.
Between body and what?
The soul. Yeah? Okay. Now I want to tell you something and then I'm going to ask you a question. Okay? But before I go into that, I want to tell you that there is a very important Sadiq and righteous soul, someone who's very elevated, a philosopher is about it, who says that a person goes through one thing in their life which totally reshapes their entire life. Okay? And it is a moment of the realization of their mortality. Okay? There is a moment, right? ما فيكم تضحكوا فيها حدا. This is something between you and yourself, where you realize, excuse the language, oh shit, I'm gonna die. Right? Some people come to this awareness at a very young age. Some come to this at a very old age. Okay? But at a certain point, you come to this awareness. No matter who you are, no matter your background, you realize that you're a mortal being. Yeah? And that you are going to check out. Yeah? And this realization is the turning point which changes your life forever. Yeah? If you're asking, have I been through this moment? It means you haven't been through it. It's as simple as that. Right? If you're asking yourself, have I been through that moment? It means you haven't been through it.
Then an event will make you feel like
Some
you're
people...
mortal.
Okay, so it comes in two ways. Either you come to the realization, هيك لحالك, okay, خلص, you realize, oh my God, I'm gonna die, right? ما عم بقولكن هيدي الثانية, عم بقولكن you're just gonna check out, right? It's inevitable. Look, there's one thing that is absolutely inevitable, that you're all going to check out, right? So I don't know what this big thing about death is.
It's the fact that we realize that there is death and we're going to die.
That you are going to die.
But it's a fact, يعني we are ill and we're going to die, or we have an accident, or we the idea.
يا حبيبتي انت حتموتي.
Yeah, but it's
Okay.
the idea that you are mortal.
بس في مرحلة بحياتك انت بتمرقي فيها خلص انت بتعرفي حق اليقين انه انت حتموتي. يعني مش هيدي الثانية ولا هيدي. You are certain. You just feel it. You're like, whoa, I am on my way to die. It is as simple as that, right?
It's an awareness thing.
It's an awareness.
حتى اللي مش عنده بيوصل لهذا بوينت انه بيعرف he's gonna die.
ما بتقول هلا ما بتقول هلا.
لا انه عم بحكي كل شخص واجه الموت مرق بهاللحظه.
مضبوط. سو هيدا الشيء اللي كنت عم رح اوصله. في ناس بتوصل له هيك لحالها بتكون قاعده عم تحلم عم تحضر تي في فجأة واو I'm going to die, right? وفي ناس that are brought into this through an accident. You know, like your car skids or someone hits you or you know, at any given point you feel that. You feel like, oh my God, I'm in an accident, I'm paralyzed, I'm this is my situation, and you feel like you're going to die.
But you don't die. Not necessarily.
لا you don't die. لا انتبهوا أنا هون
Just the awareness of
إيه بس
having the taste of it.
مش بس having the taste of it. هون ما نغلط ونفكر إنه هاي بعد معنا. Sorry. It's a really tough class for first time. Okay, all right. منا هي إنه intuitively I'm going to die. This is not what we're talking about. And we're not talking about, oh my God, هيدا hypochondria, I'm going to die. We're not talking about this. We're talking about a certain moment in your life where you realize that death is inevitable. Okay? فهمناها?
It's like when someone had an aha moment, basically, but just on death.
Exactly. Okay. Yeah. It's like an aha. Thank you very much, George. Like an aha moment. I'm gonna die. Whether it's today, tomorrow, but I'm going towards that journey. Yeah. So you can know. So this is the point in time where it's very important for you to realize that this is the true moment in which you start to see life clearly. If you haven't experienced it, right, then you yet do not see life clearly. You then live in this illusion, right, where everybody's dropping around you, but you're like, it's okay, it's جارتي مش أنا. بنت عمي بس مش أنا. في حرب كلهم حيموتوا بس مش أنا, right? There's this common belief, yeah? So, بس هيدي الفكرة خليها براسنا. Going back to whether you're an infant soul, a baby soul, a young soul, a mature soul, or an old soul, these things can be known through your true age. I call it your true age. أو عمرك الحقيقي تقدري تعرفيه من أنت بشو بتحبي. You can know your true age through experience. يعني إذا أنت أكثر مشاكلك عم بتواجهها بهدول الأرياز, you will know where your true age lies. And the final part which I told you about, the fact that you are mortal. Now, if you realize that you are mortal at a very young age, what does that mean?
Also,
You are an old soul. If you haven't realized yet that you're a mortal being, what does that make you?
Infant or baby.
It depends on your age. So if you are here in your 30s/40s, that would make you somewhere between mature and young, right? And if you are well into your 50s and 60s and you haven't experienced that, that would make you an infant and a baby soul. Yeah? Do we get it? Okay. So do we understand approximately our true age?
سؤال
مم.
الاولد سول انت 200 مره وتروح يعني في ليميت لحد الجايه ولا
ما بدنا نفوت بهيدا الموضوع هلا. عرفتي يعني في كتير شغلات نحكيها بالصف، بدنا بس نجرب نحط مواضيعنا للدث. عرفتي علي؟ هو reincarnation بس مش لهيدا الصف، يعني ما بدي اقول كم مره بنجي وكم، يعني مش هيدا
لا بس ممكن واحد يعني لازم يمر بهالخمسه ولا ممكن يسوي قبل يخلص ب
No, absolutely not. You have to understand. This is a very good question. Thank you, Maya. Can you skip through these processes?
No.
No, you absolutely cannot. Okay? It might take you shorter lifetimes, right? But you cannot skip through them.
But not,
يعني
not necessarily
مثلا
going
بدل ما
to
تمرقي
chronological.
ب 30 ل 50 حياتك تمرقي ب 30. اوكي مثلا لنفترض كانفنت سول، بس ما فيكي مثلا انه تيجي مره واحده انفنت سول وخلص.
And the chronological has to go in this order.
It's absolutely infant, baby, young, mature, old. حتى مش كتير صعبين.
We all start infant.
You all start as an infant, yes. Any questions about this?
يعني لازم يقطع منه 200 حياه
Yes, in a certain aspect, yes and no. رجعنا قلنا إنه you could have lower, which would be the max of what?
150.
150 بس إنه إيه بتكوني كتير عم تتغسل. Yes.
Can they mix?
شو يعني؟
Can get along? Like مثلا an infant soul can be like very much friend with an old soul?
No,
It's not
it's not possible.
It's
It's not happening.
Not even have a hint of one of
Nope.
the others.
Nope. And I will tell you why. You're going to study this now as to why these souls do not mix.
Okay.
So
Yeah?
are we all here the same soul, same age?
I will tell you one thing. The ability for you, right? It's not advertising there's two new people. We don't want to get into that. But the ability for you to complete or to even come across or to even hear the word Kabbalah means already you fall in the banner of an old soul.